Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SB Reviews, where today we're checking out a track from an artist named Toxik, and this one also has MEX in it. And this track is called Asian Silk from the the track is called Radioactive from the album Asian Silk. Without further ado, we'll switch over to here. Apologies. We'll listen to the track Radioactive by Toxik and MEX, called Asian Silk, and we're gonna hear what we think. So let's get that started. Just down there. Boom. Ooh, a very wavery kind of pad going on there. Those drums sound lush as heck though, dude. This is a nice start. Produced by MEX. Cool, I get it. I understand what's going on here, kind of.
And I'm radioactive, was raising the acid. Been to hell and back, even had time to map it.
That was a really smooth introduction. Like, it just kind of flowed like you're going through a river. It was almost sort of a luxurious kind of experience right then.
Opposites attract, I ain't playing no catfish. Stacking up these racks, had to make it a habit. And I'm radioactive, was raising the acid. Been to hell and back.
Starting with the hook. Alright.
Opposites attract, I ain't playing no catfish. Stacking up these racks, had to make it a habit.
About to break down another gram of the Southwest best. I'm in the land that I'm destined to rest in, and I'm steady ingesting the blessing. I'm confessing I learned my lessons. Lately I've been investing all my time and money, grinding for mine and stressing. Got all the dots connected since Toxik MEX connected. These upfront and underground haters been affected. Now stand corrected with this real audio collection that I...
Damn, man. So I'm assuming he's talking about his like work with his own sort of music and how like he's silencing the critics and stuff like that.
These fly minds on the same wave.
Damn, man.
Like parallel lines, we stay high all day and every day. I need cargo crates, a cushion haze to blaze. It got me hella phased, eyes red and glazed like candy paint on the slab. Low intro and smoking fat, doing laps around the ab. Only 23, I still got sacks and racks.
Damn, man, you're only 23. Nice. Enjoy your 20s. Enjoy your 20s, man. They're good while they last. Hopefully you know who you are right now so you don't spend the rest of the decade figuring that out. It's cool, man.
Stack back before my days I'm old gray and decay. My days fade to
Okay, back to the hook. Nice. The guy's got a good way with his words. Very kind of chilled out, relaxed delivery to it. Matches the rest of the sort of the tonality or the dynamic sort of vibe of the surrounding instruments. The bass is very low key, which I am really digging. I like how it's being a foundation on trying to be the main event. Damn, man.
Yo, I'm too dope, that's 3 times. I just need to see some peace signs. Yeah, I need a crib by the seaside. You know I put my all in each line.
Who wouldn't want a house by the ocean, dude? Unless, you know.
Since I was knee high. I got a bad little chica. And we came up on sativas. Yeah, I mix it up like margaritas. Yeah, only roll with over a cheese.
Mix up on margaritas, alright.
And when I see them, I go read them. Been on my own, so I don't need them. Nah, yeah. And I'm radio.
Okay, and back to the hook. Alright. Alright, this is it's almost like it's a bit too chilled out, but maybe this is just their style. It kind of feels like you're listening to someone having a dream. You know, like one of those like 90s films where they had people kind of, and it was all kind of gooey and they had the whole tone scales going. And it was like kind of, how do I say this? It's like a kind of a mix of a mesmerizing sort of event where you couldn't really tell what was going on. Everything around you was sort of like very kind of blurry, and you know those dream scenes in those 90s films. Yeah, this is kind of what this song is for me. It doesn't mean it's bad. I'm assuming that's the vibe they were going for. It definitely sounds like that there's a bit of sativa involved. This would be a great album, I think, to smoke some weed to and just sit on the couch and just enjoy yourself. I think that might be the vibe that I'm getting here with this. A lot of the rap and hip hop that I hear, especially ones talking about when they're kind of like talking about how they are as artists and what they've been and where they've gone through. A lot of it can be very kind of self-efficacy, like effacing. Like, what is the word? It's self-congratulatory. That's a better word for it. And they can come across a bit sort of abrasive at that at times, especially if they're like newer artists who maybe that's their first single. And I've already listened to 5 artists today who are just as good, if not better. That can kind of be a little bit off-putting. But our Toxik and MEX are very confident performers and musicians, and MEX's production here is pretty solid. It matches the general tone of both vocalists to a T. It's a very cohesive kind of complete sounding track, and I'm hoping that the rest of the album is like this. Considering it's one of the longer tracks, I'm assuming this may not necessarily be the single, but if it is, it's a strong single. And if it's not, then that's fantastic, because it is more likely that the rest of the tracks are going to be quite strong. But that is my review anyways of Radioactive by Toxik and MEX. A very understated kind of performance by these guys. Again, like, it is the kind of rap they do where they're talking about what they want to achieve and how they are and what they want and all that. Like, it's very sort of accessible to people. People can understand what they're talking about pretty easily. There's not a whole lot of mystery to it. And I think that's good when you're trying to keep the music simple as well. Like, there's not a whole lot of complexity to the actual instrumental performances or the songwriting here. I think this is like maybe this is even the halfway point of the album where they want something a little bit more low-key, just to kind of let people have a rest from like the heavier stuff that might be in the first half or the second half of the album. But yeah, I do have an appreciation for these guys. Writing an album is not an easy thing to do, and I think that these guys have managed to pull it off well, and hopefully the rest of the album is to the standard that Radioactive is. I'm not sure if there's anything else I want to say about this in particular. I just want to sort of just state again for the record that just because something is not super defined when it's made with music doesn't mean it's bad. When I was talking about the dream sequence stuff, I wasn't saying that I disliked it. It's just I'm used to a lot more of the kind of hard-hitting stuff, and to have something truly kind of chilled out like the early 90s stuff is refreshing. It's a nice change. But thank you for watching my review of Toxik's and MEX's Radioactive. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Stay cool, stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on. I'll catch you next review. Spider hands out.